Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the Sim Shack and me, Sim UK. Damn it, it's raining. The fact that it's raining is not our biggest problem. The biggest problem I have is that I cannot seem to access or refill any of my produce. Now, the guys have jumped on my farm and they've tested their own farms and they're all working A-OK. And I haven't changed any of my keybind information, he says, realizing that one of the controllers is not on. Maybe that seems like an odd issue. But you never know with this game. It is so flimsy, the controller input system is so bad that it quite literally could just be something as silly and as simple as that. Right, let's go here first and I'll see if I can get access to the mill. Nope, still not coming up. That's a bit of a problem. Right, I'm going to jump in Discord. Just see if any of the guys about. Maybe they can come and help me figure out this problem. Because I'm not going to be able to do anything today if I can't get stuff out. If I can't refill things. Right up here in the recording room. Okay. Well, I'm into Discord. Being helpful is not what they're being. But you'll have to come and join the Discord if you want to see what they're being. Right, no, this is absolutely not working. I suspect it's got something to do with... What the hell does that mean? Why have I got two different crop types there? That's weird. Okay, just hadn't loaded in properly. Okay, thank God. Yes, so I suspect it's something to do with my access. So I'm going to log in as admin. And I'm going to join... Who's got a farm with stuff in? Scotts Hill Farm. Scotsman Hill Farm, rather. Who's in debt again. Right, so where's he got this plugged in? So, over here somewhere... Nope. Now, I don't have... This is what it feels like. It feels like I don't have farmer rights. So if I click this to trade animals... See, look, I can't even do that. Even though I'm admin, I can't seem to turn these on. So if I promote myself to farm manager, hopefully that won't break Tony. No, I won't do that because that might break Tony. But that's what it feels like. It feels like I'm not actually the farm manager. All right. Let's go back to my farm. Edit the farm. And promote to farm manager. So I've got the farm manager thing. But that still seems to be, in my eyes, that still looks locked. It's just not coming up as an option. It's not like the button isn't working. It's like I'm not getting the permissions I need. Damn it. None of these could be ticked either, which is so weird. Right. I think what I'm going to have to do is save my controller setup. If I remember where it is. Input devices version 2. Input devices manual. What the hell is that all about? So there's all the save games, shaders, blocked game, XML game settings, input bindings XML. It's got to be that one, right? Wow. The word use is in this a lot because of mouse, obviously. Key underscore R. That's toggle mode state, menu accepts, menu X is left right. Axis construction menu left right, axis left right, axis left right vehicle. Reload game is left control, left shift and R. Didn't know that. Bale stacking is R, left control R. Arena start, observer camera. Activate object. I think that's the one. That's the one that's supposed to pop up. And it's the same as animal pet. So, put that in a zip file. And I'll come in and I will try and change that keybind. So anything with an R in it. Right, interact, use objects, pet. So we'll get rid of that. To be honest with you, I don't need a pet button. Save controls, okay. Still not working. So yeah, it feels like I haven't got access rights properly. That's a huge problem. Right. Temporarily, I'll reset all. So interact is not set to R, just use object is set to R. Okay, so now that works. Right, so this is the possibly the key thing, right? So if we now come back into that folder, then I can extract this file. Presumably override that. Replace the file. Don't know how well the game is going to cope with that. Okay, let's go back into the game. Let's see if the controls have actually updated. So use object and pet are still are. So let's go out of the game and load back in. And this is the problem I've been talking about with this game for so long. I'll be honest, I don't know how interact ended up as R. Absolutely no idea how that's happened. But it has happened, and it shouldn't break anything, but it breaks everything. How do I get out of this stupid game? Right, so I've quit out completely. Let's go back into that folder. Replace it with the old one that I had. And fire up the game again. So I genuinely think that the game is... The controller input for the game is so badly set up that it will actually enter its own inputs. I really genuinely believe that. Just randomly, it will just say, oh, that must be what you want to do for that or something, somehow, somewhere. If the right combination of scenarios are the same, because it's not just me that's had this problem. Lots of people have this problem, and normally what people do is log out and log back in without saving, I suspect. And that reloads their previous controller setup. And that's how they fix it. But I'm going to try and fix it both ways. So resetting my controls to default fixes it, which is crap and horrible, and we don't want that. I've really damaged my desk, and I'm very upset with myself. Right. So this is the these are my normal setup controls. This is what I've been using the whole time for ages. Not working. So if I come in, scroll down and get rid of interact. Save controls. See, that doesn't fix it. That's how broken these control systems are. Get rid of pet, because we don't have pets, so we won't pet anything for a while at least. Still cannot get access, but it's R. We know it's R. It's absolute crap. What I'm going to have to do is a great bit of software for software developers. where you can compare two files together and see what's different. And that's a really good way of seeing what has been put into a file to break it. So there's nothing there. There's only one thing configured with our... Let's go to gamepad and see what we've got configured for our... Let's get rid of that, see if that's causing the problem. Could it be as silly as... Do you know what I think it is? I think it's as silly as my Xbox controller's turned off. So I'm going to turn my Xbox controller back on, because now it works, right? Now that I've deleted those controller inputs. Okay. So I'm going to put them back in. And I bet it works. Okay. No, it doesn't work. So there you go. That's broken it. By having those inputs on X on the controller, it breaks that system. I do remember a couple of days ago adding a button to this for whatever reason. I can't even remember why now. But that is what's broken it. I mean, how ridiculous is that? How does putting a keybind on a controller break the keyboard input? That just shows how bad their controller input system is, right? Now, admittedly, I've got this on the same button as something else, so let's change it to a different button, see if we can get it to work that way. There you go. So as long as you don't put it on X, it'll work. And now if I press R, it'll work. What a pile of crap this game is. Honestly, the developers should be lined up and shot. Maybe not the developers. It's not normally the developers. I remember when I was working for this big company, and we're talking, you know, the big company names, Microsoft, PlayStation, LG, lots of really big company names. We were doing stuff for them. And we had a consistent bug that I'd highlighted, and they were not in the least bit interested in fixing it. What they would rather do is manually go through and edit every single input, i.e. correct it after the fact, rather than find the bug and fix the bug. And they were selling it for thousands upon thousands of pounds. An absolute sham. Disgraceful company. And it happens all over the place. So yes, not necessarily the fault of the developer, but the people above them. Right. Okay, good news. I found the problem. I fixed the problem. We can move on. And hopefully we've got some fields ready to pop. 7th of August. Ready to harvest. Canola. Wheat is ready to go. We've still got 7 grand in the kitty. I'm going to put some wheat in the chickens feed thing this time. Hopefully that will work. And oats are also ready to harvest. 63% yield. That's crap. 64% yield. This is expected yield, but the potential is 100%. So we don't know what we're going to get there. This one's 73. So I imagine those two will probably be about 73 as well. Right. Stressful start to the game. Oh yes, I've got this thing here. Let's go jump in my tractor and fill up the barn, because I couldn't do any of this in the last episode because nothing was working. Stupid, stupid, stupid lazy giants. Start the engine. Head tracking on. That's weird. I'm in neutral, but I'm driving. How has that happened? Where are the controls for that then? Where are the bloody game controls? I'm confused. How am I driving in neutral? This game is so shit. Frustrates me no end. This game desperately needs a competitor. That's what I'm saying. A serious competitor. And Cattle and Crops was definitely a competitor, but they were a little bit hung up on perfection, which is so often the way with simmers. Oh. I need to fill this up. Why can't I fill that up? Oh, what? Because I took interact out trying to fix that other bug. I remember now. Oh, God, really? I can't refill this thing? Oh, come on. And my head tracking's not playing the game either. So that one I can refill. So that's working okay. So what the hell's going on with this one over here? It says unload here, but it's got nothing in it. What is it unloading? I mean, I know it's only a silly little trailer, 1,000 litres worth, but it should work. It just says unload here all the time. Maybe I'll come the other way. Point blank not working. And there is stuff in there, right? Yeah. Unless this particular thing, the only thing it can't take is barley. I don't think that's the case. Have a look. Barley. That's barley, right? That's very, very annoying. I cannot get that to work. I'm going to have to hire a bigger trailer. So I had one of these before, so this should work. It has worked previously. Let's have to hope. Hope there's not another bug, another issue. It'd be interesting if I can get some of the guys to come and have a look. Stop sliding them out, you son of a bitch. Yeah, it'd be interesting if I can get some of the guys to come and have a look at that trailer and see if they can get it to work. See if it pops up. That's saying unload here as well. Oh man, I can't get my bloody crops out. Stupid game. So there's the problem. Because I had the helper thing set to keyboard only, it wasn't showing me the start filling option. What an absolute joke this is. Right, so I've got 8,000 litres in here. I'm going to drive round, I'm going to pop them into the bakery, and finally, I mean, we've lost a month's worth of processing, but finally we'll be able to start processing some stuff. Looks like it's going in. But nothing's showing up here. That's not emptying, is it? Maybe I pressed the wrong offload button. Let's try that one. Oh. It's not overloading. Tony's jumping in. There we go. Press the right button this time. And there we go. We've got some barley going in. Right, well, that's good. Good. So that should, let me just check, start processing. So it's making barley flour and bread. Perfect. Maybe I'll shift the tractor out the way in case any bread wants to pop out. Clicking on something. So that tiny little trailer should have worked, and it's cost me hundreds of pounds extra to do it with this guy, which is quite annoying. Are we seriously having this problem again? It's 1,500 litres of barley in there. And the control is just not coming up. It's so broken! So I'm now starting to think it's something to do with the stupid pop-up menu thing. If I get out, get back in. It's totally empty. The refill camera issue is back. I come into settings and I go down to perhaps I'm not positioned perfectly. Let's try and just adjust that. Oh no, it's one of these twisty... I hate these trailers. I hate these trailers! So I'm absolutely sure we're on the marker. Right, definitely on the marker. Refill is definitely not working. bring that up, get out the tractor, get back in the tractor. Now we can do it. What a pile of crap. What an absolute pile of crap. Seriously. Okay, so that's that done. Finally. I'm going to have to go through that stupid rigmarole every time I want to refill, I guess. What fun. Okay, what have we got here? That's the canola. So I'm going to start on the wheat. Where do I unfold? It already was unfolded, that's why. Right, let's get going. So this is going to feed the chickens. We've no idea if this is a good crop or a bad crop yet. Again, I didn't give this field any special attention. I'm going to change these keybinds over. Don't like them as they are. Damn it, I missed a little bit over there, look. I'm always trying to be right on the edge, get as much of a cut as I can, but I always end up missing just a tiny little snippet. I mean, it's not going to break the bank, it's just annoying. It's embarrassing. I'm a second-year farmer, third-year farmer. Technically, if you put in all the time I spent playing Farm Sim, it's even higher than that. Alright, so 2 runs is just slightly under 50%. So we should get about the same amount of yield out of this field as we did on the other one, about 9,500 litres, I think. So I'm hoping to earn enough money this year to be able to scan the land, and then we'll have a good idea of how good it is. Or possibly, you know, rent a tractor that has the ability to scan the land. But just thinking, actually, on that bug we've had this morning, if I change one of these buttons over here to be the refill button, that might fix the problem, believe it or not. So unstable is the controller input system. So that might actually fix it. The same thing that broke it initially might actually fix it overall. It might help me as well to get rid of a whole bunch of the Xbox control inputs. Oh no, I thought for a second that it started raining. It hasn't rained. It's not raining, is it? Oh, what? It's just started bloody raining and it stopped me from harvesting. Oh no, we're 100%. Oh, well that... Tell you what, that happened at exactly the right time, didn't it? So, according to Spike, I don't know if this is accurate or not, but if it rains, you get less yield from your harvesting. So you mustn't harvest whilst it's raining. But we just happened to hit 100. I wasn't really paying attention. So I was trying to think about the controller input issue. But, yeah. Right, so the pipe is out. Don't know if you can do this directly. I've never done it before. It looks like you can. So how many litres will the chickens take to completely fill them up and give them food for the year? Wow, that's 4,000 litres nearly. Holy cow. Wow. Wow, they took all of that. Good Lord. 6,000 litres of food. But then I haven't been feeding them for the last couple of days, so fair enough. Wow. So all these chickens are at 50% reproduction. Okay. We got a few eggs, but yeah, that surprised me. That surprised me. I didn't think they would take that much flipping food. I hope that's enough for the entire year. Gosh. So it's raining at the moment, but it's meant to be sunny. Destroyed a little bit of crop there. Let's go grab that annoying section up there, even though I know it's raining. Oh, it does it. Harvesting whilst it rains reduces the yield. Thank you for that info, Spikeage. Ah, interesting day. Interesting day. So come 5 o'clock, it should stop raining for a while. Oh, pig food. Yeah, I really think we need to expand on the pigs this year because they breed relatively quickly, but that barn is really limiting what we can do. So I'm thinking of opening a larger barn over there, selling this one. I don't know how to transfer animals from one place to another though. There's a few things I've got to figure out. And I've also got a load of hay in there, or straw. And slurry, and so on and so forth. So there's a whole bunch of stuff in there I need to... Maybe I keep that as the fattening. These are the ones I'm going to sell. Put the piglets in there that I want to sell. Maybe. I don't know, because they'll grow up and then they'll breed and then... Money's too tight to mention. So all of my wheat has gone in there. What to do. I've got a little bit of milk accumulating, that's nice. So November's the best whack for that, but we're only talking 30 quid per 1,000 litres. Right, there goes the rain, round about 5 o'clock, nearly 6. Should have enough time to get this done before the night sets in. I think possibly that controls helper section has a limit on how many controls it can display at once. And that's really bad when you've got a vehicle like this that has more buttons and features than that helper can display. And when I when I complain about developers' lack of aptitude, just substitute developers with lead developer / project lead / whoever's in charge. Just work your way up the chain until you find the idiot, basically. This is something that should not still be a problem in the game. After 10 years of development, this should not still be an issue. But it is. It really is. It's looking a bit overcast, isn't it? So now they say they've added fog. But I mean, if you look over there, that looks misty and foggy to me. Now, admittedly, you can't drive through that. That's just something that's off in the distance. It's not real. Late. Wow, look at all that. How have I missed that? Obviously lifted it up too early. Damn it. I thought I'd missed some. All good. Right, here we go. Final stretch. Oh, it's like very much on the width, isn't it? There might be some bits we miss. It's ever so slightly wider than the header. Yeah, we have to come back down for another run. So hang on, that's 4,000 litres. So we've actually got 10,500 litres of wheat this year. That's quite a significant improvement. I wonder if the soil here is better than it is over on the side there. Kind of look forward to finding that out. So hopefully we'll have enough for the chickens for the year. And a bit of bread production. Well, I mean, we might get another full one. We're going to get 12,000 litres total this year. That's nice. It's possible that this field is slightly wider than the other one. button. Definitely got to turn that. Swap my controls over, because this button just hardly ever reacts the way you want it to when you want it to. You've got to hit it so central. If you're ever so slightly off, it doesn't work at all. Raise. Turn off. So theoretically, I didn't need that trailer at all, because if I'm just going to process it all, then this harvester can just pour it straight into wherever I want it, which is great. Depends how easily I can get through this gap, I guess. So I might have to pull the pipe out. No, it should be alright actually. I was going to say we might need to pull the pipe out and then move round, but I don't know. Oh, hang on. Let's feed the chickens first. Pipe is out. Crikey. They can take some wheat, can't they? Good Lord. Man alive. 10,000 litres I think they've taken. 8,000 litres, okay. Yeah. Gosh. And that might not even be enough for the year. They might need more. So this will be the year for the chicken. They either turn a profit and I keep them, or we cut our losses and get rid. Because at the moment, I feel like they're just treading water. I think we'll just clip in there. Alrighty. Next field. We didn't need that at all. That was a total waste of money. Right, here we go. First lot of oats. Bit of a frustrating size, this field. Definitely going to have to change it. So based on what I'm seeing so far, I think we're going to have maybe one full load and then maybe a little bit over. Don't know if that dropped on time. I think I've got a double press there. I'll be much happier when I transfer all these buttons over to the other controller. Looks like we got it all. That's good. I didn't miss any. I was lucky. So that's a quarter full, and I'd say we've done about a quarter of the field. So yeah, one and a smidge, which is not a great yield. Damn it, missed a bit. Where are we at? Just under halfway and just under halfway, so yeah. Not a tremendous yield over here, it seems. I mean, if you think about it, if I'm only getting like 60% and Stu's over there getting 125% yield out of his fields, then he's really lucked in and I've really lucked out. You know, he's going to be getting, if he was doing exactly the same crop as me and doing exactly the same amount of crop as I am in terms of hectares or acres, then he's going to be getting twice as much money for the same amount of work. So I mean, that's the beauty of not picking your spot at the beginning. Is, you know, it's all about luck. You don't know what you're going to get. Whatever you get, you just got to work with. And hopefully I'm doing enough to turn what we've got into a profit. But we'll see. We shall see. I'm going to be producing a lot of bread this year. Last year I didn't really produce that much, and you can't really do anything with canola in terms of bread. So I might do some canola oil this year. Who's doing sunflower oil? That might prove to be more suitable for this sort of soil type. I don't know. It's all an experimentation. Hope this good weather holds out for a bit longer. Might not even be a full one, actually, looking at it now. It's going to be close. No, we should get one full. So this is all orange and the rest were kind of yellow. So I'm thinking, I don't know this for sure, but I'm thinking yellow is good and orange is bad. Yield, in terms of yield. So this whole oats field has been a bad yield. Hardly got anything out of it. But the wheat was good. And the first field I did was good. What was that? Barley. Look at all these strips I've missed. Utter rookie. Right, that's it. 98%. We might get to 99 with the little bits I missed. I don't know. Very unlikely. Did you get it? I think you got it. 98%, guys. Not even a full load. I guess we just don't have a decent area. For crops. We don't have the right soil. But we're going to have so much pig food. So much pig food out of this. It's going to be insane. Alrighty, that's that. Last field. Then you're going to see some significant changes at the end of this harvesting period. Let's do this. Let's do this one backwards, just for a change. I'm sure the front, the header just changed colour then. Is that my imagination? Not looking great, is it? 10% per run. We certainly haven't got 10 runs. What the hell is that thing in the middle? There's a flipping green bale there. Where's that come from? Where the hell has that come from? Slightly random. Lucky that I didn't destroy my crops. Oh, let's put that in for a start. Damn it, I've gone slightly off track. So yeah, we're not going to get a full thing here. Certainly not. Trying to remember to get some screenshots so I can put some screenshots up for people when the videos go live. Ah, that's going to be the right issue. That's not ideal, is it? Hopefully we can just nudge it out the way. Oh, that'll do. That works quite well. Eventually that's going to come loose, yeah. That's cool. Sharp turn to the right. Now I'll just tidy up my mess. It's a freaky, weird triangle in the middle, isn't it? What is that all about? That's weird. How have I got a grass bale? Unless it's someone like Stu playing a prank on me again. I don't know how I've got a grass bale. That might not even be mine. I'll go and have a look in a minute. So this will probably be the last run. We've got over 75%. That's all right. That's actually more than I was expecting. This bike's just fired up. Farm Sim 22. You might be heading in any time. I'm surprised they're not all harvesting. I guess they've probably done it early. So yesterday, in the last episode, I was thinking about leaving my fields until early this morning, and I'm glad I didn't, because I was completely burnt out, and I slept from midnight last night right through till midday today. That's not because I'm lazy. That's because my brain is absolutely exhausted. Trying to do the reviews I'm doing, making the videos I'm making, running the server for the guys. You know, I don't mind doing any of it. It's just that it does tax your brain. It's exhausting work. Sitting here talking on a video for an hour or 2 hours or whatever. How long we've been doing it? Nearly 2 hours today. That is exhausting. You wouldn't believe how exhausting it is. From the outside, it seems like the easiest thing in the world, but do you think it's natural for somebody to talk for 2 hours? It's not like I have ADHD. It's not like I can't shut up. I'm actually the type of person who would rather not speak. Quite happy sat there quietly contemplating my own thoughts, having a one-to-one conversation, or, you know, just chilling out, watching a movie or listening to music or reading a book or writing a book. I much prefer to be doing any one of those things. Right. Let's try and get ourselves in position. That's not quite right. Go. So that's our canola seed. We're not going to need this harvester after that. Lovely in full and filthy. So there we're looking at probably about 6,000 litres, I think. Not even that, not even 5. Right, so I can return that now. And I can return that trailer. Can I? Oh. What's on sale? Oh. All these things I want and need and can't afford. It's an evil game. It's an evil game. Right, so that's all that returned. I guess... although it's the wrong time to sell silage... it's the wrong time to sell silage, but I need... how are we doing here? So we've got 3 types of flour being generated and we're making bread out of it. But already you can see we're almost out of wheat, barley and oats. And there's not even that much bloody flour. It's like 1,000 litres of flour, that's all. That really isn't that much. Slightly concerning. Oh yeah, let's go have a look and see whose bale that is. I mean, it may be one of ours. It is one of ours. Well, I never. Right, I think I'm going to get rid of that because I don't like them. I think I might sell my trailer because it's very cheap, but I really don't like it. I'm going to have to drive it in front ways. Can't steer these things in reverse. They're a nightmare. Okay. So it cost me £5,000 to repair. To be honest with you, there's no point because it doesn't seem to be behaving any differently. Now that it's totally damaged than it was when it was brand new, or, you know, second hand when I first bought it. So, rather disappointingly, it makes no difference. Right, so I need to get myself a baler. Will it just bale anything? I'm definitely going to have to buy one of these things. I like them. I think they're awesome. I like the way that it allows me to do stuff with my hands. small swath there. Let's turn it on, unfold it. I've unfolded it, for God's sakes. Okay, we should be good to go here. Because the rain makes no difference whatsoever. I don't need to worry about that. So yes, this is a much slower way of doing it. Yes, it's not as effective. Yes, I know. But A, we're a very poor farm. B, I don't mind doing things manually because A, it gives me something to do and it saves a bit of cash. So I'm quite keen to continue doing it like this. And then when it comes to things like total mix rations, I can split up one of these bales and I can be really accurate about how much I chuck in. And as a result, hopefully get an even better yield. It's going to be a lot easier putting this stuff in with the pigs. But yeah, I mean, we've really seriously got to start making some money this year. It's all been expenses. It's all been money going out this last 2 years. I'm just trying to make ends meet. We have got to... Hey, Tony. Got a horn now. I can say hello without saying hello. I wonder if the guys did come on earlier and did all their harvesting earlier. I should have asked them, really. If they had, I could have got them all out here. We could have had all of us out here. This would have been done in 10 minutes. I end up with quite a lot of these in the end. Nope. Slightly skew with. Hopefully we didn't miss too much. Last one for this field. Looks like we got a little subsection to deal with here. All right, let's go to the next field. Quite a few stones on this one I can see. We'll come and pick those up. Son of a bitch. Go round again. That button double fired. See, I missed a little bit of the beginning. Or did I? Maybe I didn't. Felt like I missed it. So I think the first present I'm going to buy myself, once we get out of debt, is a really good tractor. I'm going to take a lot of time and effort and think about which tractor I want. It's got to look right, it's got to feel right, it's got to be heavy enough, it's got to be powerful enough. It's going to be the bee's knees, rather. But we're a long way off that at the moment. I did miss a tiny little segment there. I'm just thinking, how long can I leave this before I come back to it? And the reality is, I think I've got to get my crops back down. So this might be like a really long session to get my crops back in the ground in a timely fashion for next year, which is quite stressful. Especially when you're having to do things on the cheap, like this. Well, oh, all over the place. That stutter didn't help.
So.
Hello, fella. Hello, fella. How you doing?
Fix the problem.
I did, yeah. It was a key binding issue.
Oh, good. Good, good, good. Didn't fancy cutting my grass again.
No, no, no. Took me about half an hour to isolate. It's the same problem I've highlighted before, but it makes no sense. I'm trying to control my anger about this issue, but I put a key bind on my Xbox controller and that broke the key binds on my keyboard.
Oh, I see. I see.
And I'm also noticing that the F1 helper menu doesn't have enough slots in it to cope with all the buttons that are available for a harvester.
Oh, right, okay.
Or numerous other things. Oops.
So you know when you take a contract out in the franchise and it's a spraying job, and you have to buy the fertilizer or the herbicide or whatever to do the job yourself. Because the person that gives you the contract never provides that for you.
Really?
Yeah, they never provide it.
They provide the vehicles, though.
They provide the vehicles, but they don't provide the fertilizer or the. So you've got to like buy that and then make sure you empty it before you get rid of it. Otherwise, you're wasting money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody's brought a mod out on FS25, or it boosts the contracts, which is a little bit annoying, but it actually provides the necessary fillable stuff for the job. And I'm like,
right.
If somebody can mod that in, why can't you do that, Giants, yourself? It's a quality of life issue, surely. Come on.
Well, they're just lazy, and this is what
totally are, man.
This is 100% my complaint with them, is that it's not like they can't do it, it's like they can't be bothered to do it. Someone else will do it for them and they'll get all the money. I can't fathom why people are still supporting this company. I was thinking about this earlier, actually. the modders have control over this, right? If the modding community said, do you know what? We're so unhappy with Farm Sim 25 that we're going to continue modding for Farm Sim 22 and not make any mods for Farm Sim 25 until you sort it out.
Yeah.
That would get Giants moving so quickly, because nobody would play that game.
Yeah. Very little people would play it.
Did you do your harvesting this morning? He's gone. He's gone, he's gone, he's gone.
I'm muted. Hello. I went push to talk so you couldn't hear Mel coughing. That's all.
That's all right.
No, I did all my work yesterday, mate. I have to wait till Friday now.
Oh, you just had grass, did you? You didn't have any other work to do?
That's all I've got is grass, mate. I am the silage king. And there's 33,000 people playing 25 and 11,000 people playing 22. Did you get a chance to look at my breakdown of what I managed to pull together for LMU yesterday?
I did, yeah.
And what did you think to what I put out there?
I think it's very expensive.
20. What, for a year?
How's that for a year?
All right, you look at how I've broken it down. You're not going to race 7 races full pelt. So you're not going to race 4 races at 6 hours, 2 races in 8 hours, and 1 race at 24 hours in a week, are you?
Unlikely.
No. So you do it you can do it one of 3 ways. You could mirror it with the actual race calendar in real life, which would break you down to about, I don't know, 7 months or something. Or you break it down over a year, however you want to do it. £28 20p for a year to race the actual calendar races of full whack, 6 hours, 8 hours, 24. I think that's all right if you do it once every few months.
So you're willing to pay the price of the game again in order to play the game?
Yeah, because it's only for a year.
What do you mean it's only for a year? You have to do it again next year.
Yeah.
And the year after that. And the year after that.
Wow.
And the year after that.
£28 for a year. It's not like I'm saying £28 for a month, is it?
Oh, it could easily be £28 for a month if you're racing smaller, more regular races.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm not.
So you're only going to race... So you're going to buy a game and you're only going to play it 7 times a year. And you're going to pay for the privilege to do so.
Yes and no.
I mean, that's fine. If that is what you're going to do and you're happy paying the price of the game again, then fine. Why not make the game free and just charge people for playing the game? So the game itself is free to play. And then you just charge people for the privilege of actually playing it.
Isn't that what iRacing do?
Well, to a point, but there's also a subscription, isn't there? I don't think iRacing charge you per minute that you're racing, do they?
No, I don't
Right.
know.
So yes, you have to pay for all the tracks and all the everything, but at least you get to keep it. I can't believe it, but actually, I'm actually defending iRacing.
Wait a minute, no.
Over-
You actually get to keep it. You are totally right, but you can't use it unless you pay them a subscription.
Yes,
Cannot use
but
it
at
all.
least you get to keep it. So you could do practice with no AI, I believe, unless there is AI in it. you know?
No. You have to be subscribed to get into the game. That's why
Yeah.
it's so disgusting.
So you can't even do practice if you're unsubbed.
No.
Okay.
No, you can't do nothing. You have to pay them the privilege to use the stuff that you've bought from them. That's
And you
why
have-
it's so disgusting.
But Ultimate, Le Mans Ultimate is doing exactly the same thing, but you don't get to keep anything.
Explain that one to my tiny.
Right, so you're paying for the game. You pay for the game.
Yeah.
iRacing's free.
iRacing is not free.
It is free. Because what you pay for is the subscription.
Yeah.
So iRacing is free.
You pay. How is it
The
free?
game it's because the game it's
money to use it.
no. You're paying a subscription to use it. The game itself is free. LMU is charging you for the game, then charging you for a subscription, and then charging you per minute for when you're using the game.
Sorry, trying to wrap my head around that one.
So how much is it to buy iRacing and not be able to play it?
What?
How much would you have to pay to own iRacing and not be able to play it?
You pay a subscription to play it.
So you can't buy the game and not be able to play it. So the game is free. The DLC isn't free. The tracks, the cars, they're not free. But the actual game itself is free, and that's subscription based. LMU charge you for the game and also want you to subscribe and also want you to pay extra in order to have servers, which they charge you again at on a per minute basis or a per car per minute basis.
If iRacing was free, why can't you play it for free then?
Because it's not free to play.
I don't get that. Like
Free to play means you get the game for free and you can play it. Right? iRacing is not free to play. iRacing is a subscription based game, but you don't pay for the game. Do you understand what I mean?
you pay.
They don't charge you 30 quid for the game and then 60 quid a year subscription on top of that. That's what LMU is doing.
Yeah, no, I'm not disputing that at all.
So iRacing is free, the game itself. You're paying for the subscription and you're paying for the DLC. So if you pay for a subscription on iRacing and you don't buy any DLC whatsoever, but you pay for a subscription for a year, you will be able to play iRacing.
Yeah, but it's not free. You're paying.
It is free. No, the subscription isn't free. The game is free. They're not charging you for the game and subscription. They're just charging you subscription. If you don't buy LMU, you cannot buy a subscription and play.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I totally get where
just put it down to like the basic cost for the least amount of stuff, right? LMU minimum is £30 for the game and £34 for subscription. Yes?
Yeah, but you don't have to subscribe. Where
No, you don't have to subscribe. But then you're reliant on other players to provide you servers to race on, because there's no AI championship.
Ah, but they still have servers that you can race on daily races.
They have daily race, yeah. They have the daily race, the weekly race, and the monthly race.
People every few hours, like it does in iRacing.
Yeah, but you have no control over that whatsoever. You can't pick and choose what you want to do today.
Yeah,
you are bound in.
That's true, but they change every week.
Yeah. So that's 3 races that you can do.
And you can also
a day,
race
I suppose.
other people if they put a server on.
If they put a server on, yes.
That's not got a password to it as well. So there's racing there. You can do a full race weekend.
Well, you can't say there's racing there, because that's not guaranteed at all.
No, it's not guaranteed.
That's like saying I can have all the DLCs if some nice bloke I've never ever met before pays for them all.
Yeah. You can also race an entire race weekend on any track you want, any distance, against the AI as well.
Yeah, I mean, it swings and roundabouts, don't get me wrong. It's not all one-sided. It's not all one-sided, but my point is the subscription-based element of it. If they're going to make you pay for everything, why not make the game free?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or as I said to you yesterday, if you're paying a subscription, allow you to set up a server so that other people can come and play with you on your server. Not using their servers, not using their resources or equipment, but using your own.
Like they did with our factor, you mean, yeah?
Basically, yeah, like they did with R Factor. Like they sort of insinuated they were going to do at the beginning and then changed their minds. Or so it seems.
There's quite a few races popped up on SimGrid as well, by the way, over the next month.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good. Let's see how long it lasts.
Why don't you get yourself involved in one?
I'm going to. You don't seem to have the time to come and play it with me and Keith, so me and Keith are going to go and check it out. You're a very busy man. Would have been nice if you could come and join us and that, but you've just got to.
Yeah, well, every time I'm doing stuff with you guys, I'm not making content. And that's a problem, because that's what my channel relies on in order to survive. Just seen Alan Sherwood pop up.
He's still in our Still
Yeah, I know, he never comes in, which is a bit of a shame. I like Alan.
And he's still on my friends list as well. I think he does a lot of stuff with Jimmy and Jay.
Yeah, I suspect he does. Oh yeah, I made a cup of tea 2.5 hours ago. I think it's going to taste a bit cack now.
It's going to taste pretty cold, mate, yeah. Found a nice map on 25. I'm starting with nothing and I'm running contracts. 4 times map. Based on a place in Germany. Are you making money on 22?
Well, this is the year that I hope to make some money. But not yet, no. I just fed the chickens.
What you've got
Bloody chickens are greedy little buggers.
They can be.
If they don't make any money this year, they're gone.
I'm quite interested to know what you've got to sell, to be honest.
Bread. Bread.
And any crops or anything?
Nope. Bread. That's not true. Actually, this year we're going to have bread, milk, wool, and pigs and chickens.
So what have you done with your crops? Out of curiosity.
Bread.
Oh, you've turned it. What? You can actually turn canola into bread.
No, I'm thinking about turning canola into oil, but I don't have that option at the moment because it's.
Did you grow some canola? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you did.
It's 10 grand for the small oil production facility. So.
She was doing that now.
Yeah, he's just started it this year. That's what made me think about doing it. Not just for the canola, but for sunflower and stuff as well. Oh, last run. Well, I say last run, I've got to go pick it all up now. Right.
Do you reckon you can compete with 327,000?
Well, is how much you made this year?
That's how much I'm going to make in January, yeah.
So next year?
Yeah. Not this year.
No, I think I'll be more sort of about 200k, I think. Somewhere around there.
Okay, fingers crossed that you get that, mate.
Thank you. You obviously don't believe me, but that's fine.
I do. Hey, depends how much milk you produce, how much wool you produce, how many eggs you produce, how much
absolutely.
Feeding the chickens.
Well, I may be getting rid of the chickens because I don't think they work out as cost effective.
I think the mistake there, that in my opinion, because you know I'm entitled to opinion.
Says who? You show me where it says that in the documentation.
Is that you bought your chicken feed rather than...
Yeah, well I had to because I used all my wheat for bread.
Yeah, therein lies the mistake.
Yeah, but they took, I forget now, 10,000, 8,000, 10,000 litres of wheat which is almost everything I grew. So, I mean, that's a hell of a lot for the year. But it's gonna, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be about, say, 20 grand cheaper than last year to feed them.
What, just because I'm not on the server at the minute, what's the top price for eggs then?
I think it's about 1,200, 1,400, something like that.
So if they, well, I can't physically do that math in my head. Like, so if they took 10 grand's worth of wheat, let's say, then wheat comes out at about, what is it, 300 or something?
1,000 litres, yeah.
Litres?
Yeah, something like that.
So, like, you sell the wheat for that much money, or you give it to the chickens and they give you even more money back.
Well, that's, I mean, that's meant to be the plan, yes.
Effectively.
But I don't know how often, I haven't actually figured out how often the eggs come out. They'll do 3 pallets, and I think each pallet is 1,000 litres. I could be wrong on that front. So there's a maximum of 3 pallets, and that probably takes a month. I don't know, something like that. Damn, some of this straw I can't pick up. It's annoying.
Have we got the straw harvesting mod on there?
Remind me what it does.
So
I remember it, I just don't remember what it does.
You get a really big machine and you bale it. You bring up the straw, but it and then you take it to a facility and it basically turns it into pellets, and you make a crap ton of money.
Oh no, I don't think we have that.
I'll have to look at the list. I think we do. I think somebody.
Do we?
I think somebody requested it. Yeah. The building's quite expensive.
Oh, I imagine it is. Well, I don't know. We might have, because I think we've got seed manufacturing, and that sounds fairly similar.
It's a good bit of fun. Like you dump it in by hand with a skidster or whatever, and then it you see it all get produced and put out on the pallets, and then you go and sell the pallets. Not a case of you stick it in the bakery, 10 minutes later you get a pallet of flipping bread. You actually see it getting.
Wow, you say that with such condemnation. It takes about a month to get a pallet of bread. It's really slow.
Oh, I know. That's one of my biggest gripes about the speed of production on there. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. I want it a bit quicker than what it spits out at. Thanks.
Buy apples then. Spits them out at a ridiculous rate.
No, you're right. My name's not Rum. You're all right.
Come on, I just need 4% straw.
What, for one more bale?
For one more bale. It's an absolute waste of my time doing this, but I can't help it. I'm determined. There must be 4% laying around that I've missed. Oh, there's a smidge. Or not. Hey, I got it.
Hold on, mate.
Thanks, man. I'm thinking about investing in my pigs a bit more. So I'm restricted to having only 6 pigs, and that just...
And the only way you make money from pigs is you fatten them up.
Fatten them up and sell them, yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've only got space for 6, so I can only have 3 and then produce 3.
I don't do pigs, so I didn't. Like, you've just answered my question. Thank you. I didn't know that was how they worked, because I've never really done pigs before.
They also produce silage.
Oh, okay, nice.
Let's get some fuel whilst I'm here. There's a massive plough there for 59% off. God, that's expensive. Oh, here we go again. Such a stupid bug. Try to fix this head tracking.
Oh, did you also see the thing that I mentioned about Evo?
What's that, mate? Why is that not reading that? That's weird. What happened there? Okay, it should work. I don't know if it's my hat. I think it's my hat. Okay. Oh, come to me, many millions of bales. Keybinds now. Might be those two. I can't remember. We'll figure it out. We'll practice. We'll had a nice rhythm going before, so I'm sure I can find it again.
Oh, welcome back. Have you been anywhere? I asked you a question about 3 or 4 minutes ago.
About Evo?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have been muted. Sorry.
Yeah, did you see what I'd said?
I read it, yeah, but what in what specifically are you referring to?
The open world feature.
Yes, I did read that. Yeah.
So the video for it dropped last night by the main developer.
Yeah.
And it is a one-to-one rendition of the surrounding area of the Nordschleife.
Of the node, yeah, that's very nice. Germany.
But one of the coolest features that I've ever seen in a computer game is that they give you a QR code to scan, and if you're a business in that area, they'll put you in the game, and you can interact with that.
Now that, I'm not being funny, that is a really, really clever intuitive, no, that's not the right word, a really clever, unique way of making extra revenue that doesn't rely on robbing your player base.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. So like he's got the developer, I think he's got a body shop, I think, or something. And don't quote me, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know very much about him. The head developer, and his shop like is near the Nordschleife, and he's actually put his shop in the game, so you can go to his shop and buy fucking rear wings for your cars and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he was stood at these locations, and then he kept transitioning to them in the game.
Yeah.
It was 1-to-1, mate. It was unreal. It's 16,000 square kilometers of road.
Kind of like what I did for the Isle of Man TT track. Put a real life, compare it with the real life example and show just how accurate it is.
You're talking about the third game, yeah?
Well, no, because they've used the same track on all three. They have improved the track, but it's still the same track. It's just been enhanced, so the lumps and bumps are more accurate.
Everything's spot on. But the downside to that is, now don't quote me, right? Because I don't know how much road we're gonna get. But like, you can't go down every single road, can you? On the Isle of Man in the game, which is something that we've looked at and we were quite disappointed with. So I'm kind of hoping that you could go down near enough every single road on this Evo thing. Downside is we have to wait till the summer to get hold of that feature.
Oh, that's not a release, no?
No, it's not on release,
okay.
mate. No. It's,
I misread that then. I thought it said at release.
Yeah, it's coming in the summer, buddy.
Well, no, it's nice as it's coming. You know, I'm not going to bitch and moan about when it's coming.
Absolutely. But like,
I've always been a fan of, you know, if it ain't ready, don't release it.
Yeah. The cars are like pretty much fully moddable. I'm not sure about fully moddable, but you can upgrade them and do all sorts of things to them and stuff, apparently. So, Gran Turismo style, but you drive around and go to the shops to do it. So a little bit Need for Speedy sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I like the idea. It's going to be good.
Yeah, you like the conversation we had yesterday. It's going to obliterate LMU, obliterate it
completely. It's going to obliterate Assetto Corsa Competizione as well. So I'm sure they'll be careful not to step on their own toes on that particular front. Too much, anyway. Right, so I got 2.5 massive bales out of the first field. No, 3.5. 3.5. That's all right, isn't it? Keep the pigs happy.
if that's where you're sending it, yeah.
Well, nobody else takes hay. The sheep don't take hay. The cows eat hay. That's one of the reasons why I like it in these square bales, is I can break up a bale and be very accurate about what percentage of what they get.
You're talking about hay, not straw, yeah?
I always get hay and straw muddled up. I'm talking about straw, aren't I?
Yeah, the yellow
they eat
stuff.
straw. Yeah, I'm picking up straw, I think.
Have you got enough straw for your cows?
They don't. Well, they don't take straw.
How are you? Just that. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
You're supposed to put straw in a cow barn so that they can produce manure.
Yeah,
but
you put
I
straw
bought a
down.
shredder, and I couldn't get it to chuck anything into the cow barn. So even though it says they take it, I can't figure out how, so they don't.
Your playthrough, how are you feeding your cows out of curiosity?
TMR.
How are you making your TMR?
With the TMR machine, obviously.
And obviously you're putting straw in that, right?
I put whatever I had in. I think I was lacking one ingredient the first time I did it. And I haven't had to feed them again since then. But now I have everything, so...
Okay, cool.
Now they'll get the lots.
It's a mixture of straw...
I think it's silage and grass at the moment.
Right, okay. To make, like, how I make TMR is straw, hay and silage.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't have any hay last year, or the first year, or whenever it was that I fed them. But I've only had to feed them that one time, so it's not exactly... been a problem.
Well, as long as you're feeding them, but you found a way to feed them, that's the main thing. I was just like...
Absolutely, yeah.
The straw could be used for that, that's all I would say.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, no, I know straw could be used... Well, no, it's... Hang on. I always get confused with straw and hay. You can feed them hay, not straw, I think.
You take...
straw goes on the floor, doesn't it?
Don't quote me on the don't quote me on the amounts, right? I probably got this wrong, but I think it's one straw bale and 2 hay and the rest silage or something along that fashion to make TMR.
But isn't it hay they eat rather than straw?
Yes, you can give them just that if you want to, but you can also give them what I've just said mixed together in a TMR machine. That's how I've always played the game.
With straw?
Yes.
Because my understanding is straw just goes on the floor.
Straw goes on the floor as well. You throw...
As well as in their food?
Yes. You put straw, hay and silage together and it makes TMR.
And not grass?
No.
Oh.
No.
Because I put silage and grass in there last
right,
time.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm not saying that's wrong at all.
I'm not saying it's right at all. I'm just saying that's what I put in.
Go ahead and do that, but like to make TMR, it's hay, so you have to dry the grass, and then
this is where I think we're having like mixed messages, because I made TMR with silage and grass.
Yeah, you can make TMR with silage and grass.
Yeah.
You can also make it the way that I'm saying as well.
Yeah. Now, there's variations.
Yes, there is variations. Yeah.
It's like a combination of how much of this and how much of that and so on. But yeah, I mean, I want to get straw on the floor because I want the manure. But for the life of me, I can't figure out how. That particular barn has been... I mean, it looks nice. And I guess when you figure it out, it works well enough. But it's also got a lot of problems.
When you make some money, right, and you've got a decent amount of cash, I know. When you make a bit of money, rent one, and I'll have a look at it for you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to feed them fairly soon, so I'll give you a shout when I do it. And then maybe you could figure out how to chuck it in there.
Yeah.
It took me ages to figure out how to put straw down for the bloody pigs as well. It was an absolute nightmare trying to get this massive tractor to manoeuvre in that tiny little barn. What a nightmare that was.
Yeah, I poked my head in there today and it's pretty small, isn't it?
Yep. You've been getting frisky with my pigs again, have you?
No, just I keep forgetting you've got pigs and cows, and Stu was like, does does his pigs and cows work when you go and do it? So I just went and had a look, and yeah, I could access.
Oh right, yeah. Oh yeah, thanks for jumping on that earlier.
That's right. Well, you know, you've given me the administrative rights to look at the, you know, be an admin on there when needed. I've not got a problem with trying to help fix people's issues, especially you as well.
Yeah, I'm just glad it wasn't like a global issue for everyone, because that would have been horrible.
Yeah, I'm pleased that you discovered that it was what it was. Mate, this is a joke to get this round here. This header is so big.
What are you doing?
Trying to get okay, that didn't work. I'm trying to get a header over a very small bridge.
Oh, you're on 25, aren't you?
Aye. Gonna have to drive into this field and take a run at it.
So, just to clarify, I was going to put this in a message earlier, because it's better for everyone to completely understand prior to it becoming a problem rather than after. But land cannot be purchased with borrowed money. So you have to be solvent and have the money to buy the land before you can buy the land.
Yeah, we all.
Once you've bought the land, you can go back into your overdraft as much as you like. But you can't buy another piece of land until you are again solvent with enough money to buy land outright.
And you're not allowed to buy multiple pieces of land until the first piece of land that you bought is turning a profit, right?
Yes.
Right, cool. Yeah, just double checking that rule. No problemo.
Well, until it doesn't have to be turning a profit, I guess. It just has to be worked, so to speak.
Right, you have to show that you're actually using it rather.
Yeah.
Rather than your.
If you buy a massive field full of trees and then go and buy another field, that's not okay. If you buy a massive field full of trees, cut down all the trees, plant new ones or whatever it is you've decided to do, and then buy another plot of land, that's fine. Or
okay. So
perhaps you buy a field, turn it into, you know, a plot for crops, put some crops down, then go and buy another field, that's fine as well.
Right, okay, so when you've turned it over, put some plants in the floor,
yeah,
you're all right to go and get another bit of land. Right, yeah. Cool. Thank you very much for clarifying that. Awesome stuff.
And maybe you're going to buy a plot of land just to put buildings on, and that's okay. It's just so long as those buildings are doing something, you know.
Oh yeah, if they're sat there doing nothing, then you know, you don't make a move for anything else until like that started turning a profit. Yeah, totally understand. I explained that to some of them yesterday and they were like, yeah, cool, no worries.
Because we're getting to the point where some or all of us are going to be thinking about buying some land, which is great. 3 years of farming, a lot of giggles and laughs along the way. And now it's almost like having a new farm, isn't it? It's like, hey, what can I do different this time that will work out better than what I did last time, and so on.
Already got plans, mate. Already got plans.
I bet you do. And it'd be nice if we can to get Stu over onto the PC, because then we can really open up the mods situation. Get it even more realistic.
Well, you can have your no switch vehicle on there.
Yeah.
Because I found the mod for that.
Cool. It's in no. It's in no mod. It's in Mod Hub, isn't it?
It might be. I can't remember where I found it. I can't remember where I found it. And then, you know, manual attach. I was showing Stu how that worked, and he was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." Yeah, we've got to have manual attach on.
Yeah, makes a big difference. That does. It's a game changer. Again, it's something that Giant should have put in the game themselves, with the option to have it turned on or turned off, depending on your simulation preference.
You should go and look at a mod called Maze Plus.
What does Maze Plus do when it's at home?
Makes animals ridiculously flipping hard to feed. Very,
right.
very, very freaking realistic.
All right. In what way? Because there's also animal...
You've got to, like, feed them 3 or 4 different types of food to make them 100% happy for production, for producing what they need to be doing. So...
does that work in conjunction with other mods, though? Because there's another animal mod I put on here that wasn't console friendly, that makes old cows die.
It might work. I have no idea. Like, so for example, you got the chickens, you're feeding the chickens, you lob some wheat in, that's it, yeah? With this, you have to feed them about 3 or 4 different things. There's things like power food and various other different bloody stuff. And it's crazy. The mod also changes how grass works, so you have to dry it about 3 times before it's dry.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
All sorts of stuff. There's a bloody ridiculous PDF on how everything works. And
the animal husbandry one, though, is a big plus for me, because you don't just have cows pop out and, you know, nowhere. You have to phone the vet, get the vet to come and inseminate them, and calling the vet to inseminate them does in no way guarantee you're going to get cows, which is also far more realistic. And cows dying and sheep, you know, these are all things that happen, unfortunately, on farms. But not in this simulator.
so, just turn your attention to my screen for just a second.
Uno momento, mon chéri. Petit filou.
Hang on a second, I've downloaded the wrong thing somehow.
Goat's porn.
Alright, so these are the different types of cows, and then this is the amount of stuff that you'll get, I do believe you'll get from them. It does like all sorts of different calculations.
So I'm hoping you're going to say that different breeds of cow provide you with different benefits.
100%. Yes.
Some cows are better at milking, some are better at
that's correct.
beef production.
That's what Maze Plus does.
All right, that sounds promising.
So, like, I'm not fluid on this at all. Like, as you can see, it's a whole bunch of numbers. Like, I really don't know what I'm talking about. It looks like when they are 26, the age of 27, they actually produce milk for 2 years.
What?
I don't know if I'm like reading that right or not.
I'm not sure that's right.
I mean, like, I haven't got a clue. I really don't. I really don't think that's what I'm talking about. But I'm seeing no milk in some of these and milk at the bottom, as you can see. I don't know how it works properly.
I think next year I'm going to have to hire farmhands for the harvest.
What, AI workers?
Well, see, I don't know actually. Did we ever discuss whether AI workers were allowed?
Negatory?
I don't see why we couldn't have AI workers. They charge money, don't they? It's not like free labour. In fact, they're quite bloody expensive, I imagine.
Struggling with Adobe. Awesome. Can't seem to open this at the moment. Hang on. Let me look into this and get this working later, and I will tell you all about it. It's not playing ball.
How much cash you got in the bank right now?
On 25 or 22?
22, I don't play 25.
Don't play 25. Want to say just less than 50 grand, maybe just less than 40. I'm not sure. Can't remember. You'll be able to see if you press escape on your keyboard.
Oh yeah.
You'll be able to see how much money I've got.
Bosh. On left, I think. I hate the tufts of crop that I've missed.
Yeah. Come January, I'll have like close to 350. And then I'm saying bye-bye instantly to 250,000 of it.
Because?
I'm paying half my loan off.
Ah. Very wise.
And then do it all again, and then say goodbye to the other half of my loan and buy a piece of land.
I have 1 pallet of bread, but that's only because it was like 75% made already.
Is that your first?
Last year.
I hope that's not your. That's not your first pallet of bread, is it?
Yep.
You're joking.
Bread is very slow.
How many litres?
1. Unos.
1 litre of bread on the pallet.
Pretty sure. I'll check now.
A full pallet of bread, yeah?
Oh, it's not even bread, it's pig food. It's waste. We have no bread.
You got no bread at all?
Nope.
You've never sold any bread?
I sold bread last year, yeah.
Right, okay, so you have produced some bread. I was sat there thinking, what, in all this time he's not produced any bread?
I've made
that mod.
4 pallets of bread.
Right, okay.
That's what I was saying to you before when you were bitching and moaning about how I'm cheating and stuff. I was like, you have no idea how much time and effort it takes to get the stuff in there, and then it takes forever for it to come back out again.
Because it's crap. It's terrible. Absolutely hate the length of time it takes to produce something in that game. You can go into the files and manipulate it if you really want to.
Yeah, I know. But I like the challenge. How do I get rid of this? Okay, bell loader, return.
It's all right, mate. I'll end up paying 50 grand for a building that produces absolutely everything, so I'm not bothered.
50 grand for a building that produces absolutely everything. What's that then?
That basically means that everything that's in the game that makes something in a production, it all is made in that one building.
Well, then that building would be off limits because that's totally unrealistic.
Well, you put it on the server.
There's a lot of things on the server you can't use.
Then get rid of it.
Well, I can't if it has other mods to it that we use. Baler, I know what I'm looking for. That could be very useful, couldn't it? I'm curious to see if the front ends move. Guzzler. So I get the distinct impression I put a banana in Spike's exhaust pipe there. What the hell? They must be mine. From the baler when I sent it back. Hello, Mr. Rum. Right, let's pick these bad boys up. Yeah, do these do anything? They look like they move. Fasten and fasten tension belts. Change. Nope. Right, so we got £2,500 left. We've got all of our crop harvested, which is good. I need to have a look up here. So yeah, oh Christ. So canola. I need to get the canola in this year if I'm going to do more canola. Or if I'm going to turn it into oil. That's a £10,000 expense. But then it does open up other options. Sunflower oil, canola oil. I think there's another oil. think I'll pick up the bale spike.
Right, I'll see you later, mate.
See you, buddy. Yeah, definitely put a firecracker up his arse there. I don't know why, but sometimes these guys really struggle with the realism element of realism. It does confuse me. All you need to do really is just ask yourself that question. Does that seem realistic? And if you can argue, yes it is, then it's probably fine. And if it's not, it's probably not. Oh, cock. There we go. Oh, so much work to do today. Alrighty. Bale spikes at the ready. Let's try and load this up as quick as possible. Whoa. Question? Oh, there it is. Okay. I was wondering where I'd put the flipping. Hello then for a second. Oh, you're joking me. Bloody fell off the other side. Okay, it's not as wide as I thought it was. I actually thought I might be able to get two across on it, but no, it looks like it's one. Okay. It's good to find that out early, I suppose, rather than late. Come on, Spike, let go, for God's sake. That green one's going to fall off. Very close, isn't it? Right, okay. So I can see where I can put them. I think that green one's all right there. Okay, that was a little bit harder than I meant to hit it, but we're all good. Bailing at night, what a nightmare. There was one more over here, maybe not. A bit sideways, that one. Huh. Certainly not ideal. And if I can push them. Too heavy to be pushed. Can I push them with that? No. Oh yes, I can. Well, that totally moved a little bit, didn't it? Ooh. What a lovely shot that is. Alrighty. Ah, bloody spikes, I tell you what. That looks fine, it's just maybe a little bit high. The angle, I think, looks fine. but it was a little bit too high. I think it was going over the top of the bale. There we go. That's more like it. No! I caught it on the edge. It's infuriating. Never mind. Right, should be one or two more over here, I think. Ready. Perfect. Go, let go. Let go of the bloody bale. Let go, let go, let go, let go. It's really stuck on that one for some reason. There we go. Right, let's get some of these strapped down. Looking good. Poor little tractor. Can't cope with all this weight. Bit wonky. Oh look, that one's come apart. That's not good. Why has that happened? I bet I know why that's happened. I bet I pressed R on it, put the straps on, and it's unbound that barrel. I bet you. The downside of having one keybind bound to multiple things, yeah, that's what's happened. That's a problem. That's a real problem. See, again, this is the same issue with the keybind issue, but the reverse of. So in some circumstances, you absolutely do not want one button doing everything, because it doesn't work. It's only when it's contextually relevant. Like any buttons that do something whilst in the cockpit of the truck, of the tractor rather. I think it's now, yeah, it's got the bloody tractor trapped in it. How annoying. If I can get this bale spike out without knocking it over, we'll be fine. It's not looking good. And this is the problem with the lack of physics in this game as well. Look at that. It's like proper trapped in there now. It can't let go of itself. Ah, there we are. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, if I lift that right up and now do this. No, that's still seeing it as part of this thing. God. I can see the way they've coded this, the logic they've used, and it's just so bad. A simple check would be enough. Is it still attached to something that's attached to a tractor? Yes. Then don't attach it to the trailer. Very simple bit of code. I mean, that's like 5 seconds of thinking, and that's that problem fixed immediately and forever. Right, were there any more? Are there any more? It's August, so that makes it the beginning of year 3. I guess it does. Yes, we're in year 3. You're quite right, Bram. Shock horror. There's quite a few loose bales here that are going to be an absolute nightmare to deal with. I'll probably take those somewhere and deal with them accordingly. Shoot them. Get rid of them. Poor little tractor. Struggling like Billy O. I'm not entirely sure his front wheels are on the floor. Nope, the wheels are not on the floor. The trailer is lifting the front of the tractor up. So I've got very lethargic steering at best. Right, so let's have a think about this. So the loose ones I'm going to chuck over here. The TMR rations. Oh, I know where that grass bale came from. Stu must have chucked it in the middle of the field. I know what it was. Because I put that green bale there next to the cows, ready for their TMR. And Stu must have picked them up and chucked them. Thanks, mate. And that's why it was in the middle of the field. Right, so all these loose ones I should be able to grab. And just chuck over here. Damn it, my tea is ice cold now. Nearly 4 hours I've spent doing this. I need to slow down the server if I'm going to continue doing this, because this, you know, I've got other things to do. I've got reviews to do for games, and I'm supposed to be doing that. But the game is pushing me, because if I don't get it done today, then I miss my window. So unless I want to be awake at flipping 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, which I absolutely do not, then, yeah, it's not working out for me. Maybe I'll clear my debt and leave the server and let the boys play on it. Because then they don't have to adhere to my realism rules, which they seem to struggle with sometimes. And then they can still play together and they can still do all the farming things that they want to do, just without me. And then I can get on with some work. And the stupid thing is, as much as I'm enjoying doing this, this is also work. Because for every video I make, I have to upload it, I have to edit the file, I have to make a thumbnail, I have to do quite a few things in order to share it with you guys. So it's still work, it's just this work is taking over. Was that a stutter or did I get stuck? This work is taking over the time that I have, or the limited time that I have to do other similar work. Come on, give it to me! It's stuck in there, isn't it? I can push it off the other side. There we go. I think we got it. There we go. Thanks, Stu. I'll put it back where I want it now. Please leave it there, mate. Because all the shenanigans are great and a lot of fun. But, as I've said, sometimes I haven't got the time. go and find my bale of grass. Right. So if I take these 2 bales off, that will allow me to get to the loose ones underneath. And then we should be all gravy again. Been a lot of work this year. Try and not waste the fuel. So if I was half smart, which I'm clearly not, I'd have moved this closer to where I bloody want it. Let's just make sure that one doesn't move. It's weird because those physics there are way more realistic than most of the physics in this game. The way that it's getting stuck in between the bales there, that just kind of makes me laugh. Definitely should have brought that closer. It would have saved me an extra job, an extra bit of faffing about. Never mind. If I'm being honest, I did say to myself I should put it closer and I ignored myself. I don't know why. I'm sure you guys do it sometimes too. Normally when you're sort of low on energy and you're like, oh, do you know what? I just can't be arsed. You've only got to drive. You know, it's actually going to make less work for you if you just do it properly now. Yeah, but I just can't be bothered. Do you know what I mean? When you get to that point, you know you've burnt yourself out. You need to take a bit of me time. You need a long bath and an early night and a Horlicks or something just to get yourself recharged and back to quote-unquote normal. Right, so here we have loads and loads of... What is this stuff? Tell me, please. So that's straw, right? And that's hay. Oh, that's hay, not grass. So straw and hay. If I get a silage out... And I think that's what Spike said, didn't he? Right. So I'm not feeding the chickens this year, again. That's not enough food for them, then I'm going to get rid of them all. Because they took so much food off me this year. And that's simply not acceptable. Right, so we're all prepped for the TMR. And this is all bales of straw. Okay. So, straw, straw, straw. So I've got 800 litres. So at the end of September, the price goes up quite a bit. At the end of October, the price goes up quite a bit more again. So, love that. I love that. I love the fact that it's on there. Oh, hello. Hello. How am I able to connect to this while still having this on the tractor? I didn't realise I'd done that. Right, so I think I'm going to store this lot. And then hopefully stack it all up and sell it at the end of next month or whatever. Oh, that's why I can't steer, because the weight on the back. Oh, Christ. The weight on the back, although I've lifted it up to enable me to get the trailer connected, it's still pressing down, so there's like a... That's why I can't get the wheels down. Okay, well at least we know why what's happened has happened. Now, be very careful to unstrap these and not untie these. And then I should be able to carefully drive in and stack them all for sale at a later time. Perfect. I'm really struggling to steer. Okay, so silage, that's another thing. When is that profitable? Again, end of November. November, December, that's the time to sell. Okay. Bread, also November, December. Okay. Slurry, November, December. Canola, November. But I'm thinking about turning that, maybe converting that. Oh, I don't know. Should I sell that? Or should I convert that into oil? I don't know. Any which way, I need to take a break. So I'm going to say thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Goodbye for now.